Hello everyone and welcome to my brand new channel. My name is Frank, but I prefer you call me Frank the Tank. I don't know why, I just like the name, I don't know. Anyways, today's topic is about how to keep anxiety and panic attacks under control. All right, I'm gonna let you know what worked for me and it might work for you. So, are you ready? Let's get on with it. All right, guys, let me make an introduction really quick. Introduce myself, right, to everybody. You know what I mean? I'm new to this channel. This is brand new for me. If you're new to the channel, well, hey, my name's Frank. I live in the city of El Paso. Let's see, our city is not such a big city like other big cities. It's one of the safest cities in the country, maybe in the world. We do have our ups and downs, you know what I mean? Some crazy people decide to act crazy sometimes, but, it happens everywhere. And let's see, we have a lot of Latinos here. Yeah, there's a lot of Latinos. We have all races, but we have a big number of Latinos because we live close to the border. Now, El Paso has the best, I'd say, because we are surrounded by Mexican authentic food. Yeah, like tacos, tripitas, enchiladas and all the good stuff, So I'm Latino as well. I'm Hispanic. My parents are Hispanic, Latinos. We are really accustomed to eating lots and lots of Mexican food here and authentic good food, But what can I say? We get along. Our community's strong. Yes, it is. We can talk some crap like everybody else does, on social media about each other. And yeah, I guess we could say, sometimes we get into a little competition mode. Our economy is not as really big and as great as other cities, I believe. But if you have a cost of living is really, really good though. So if you're planning to move to El Paso, and you have a good job, you have a good paying job out there, you can relocate, you're going to do perfectly fine. But to make a living here is a little bit tough. Tougher probably than other big cities or other cities. But anyways, that's it. Guys, I'm going to get right into it. Okay, today's topic is about anxiety and panic attacks. Okay, so I suffered from both of those. Okay, and I remember, if we can go back and rewind the clock. Okay, so I had suffered with these things ever since I started suffering since I was like maybe a teenager, close to 17, 18. I don't know. Panic attacks and anxiety, people get them very different. There's so many ways people get those the anxiety and panic attacks. Not everybody gets them the same. But I'm going to share a little bit of my experience to you guys on how I was getting my panic attacks and anxiety, how it would kick in all together. And I'm going to start with panic attacks where we're in the middle of just, I guess, being in a big, large crowd. I mean, you could say claustrophobia, right? But being in big crowds would make me feel like, and by the way, I'm gonna speak a little bit Spanglish, guys. You know what I mean? If that's okay, that's part of my just being myself. Okay, being in big crowds con mucha gente, you know what I mean, and all that, and all of a sudden you feel like you can't breathe, like you need oxygen, like you know what I mean, like you're gonna run out of air, and you just need to escape everybody. Te tienes que ir, like whoo, you're out. So that would happen a lot of times. Sometimes I would ruin it for my family, for my friends, and things like that. And it was just something where, I couldn't control it. My hands were getting sweaty all the time, you know what I mean? Things like that. And it just come all of a sudden, like, bam, it hits you. That's one way of panic attacks I would get, or while driving as well. Like I had this problem. I had this thing where like, I always felt like I couldn't breathe. Like I couldn't breathe all the way in. Like maybe there was like oxygen missing, like that's what my head would think or something like that, And I struggled with that for quite a while, okay? And also, my another anxiety type of anxiety was worriness, right? Worriness, like, a lot of people get that worriness where, what if I die? What if I die? They pay attention more to their bodies and they start like putting their hands on their heart. Oh, my heart, it's not beating well. Oh, my heart, or oh, it's out of control. Things like that, you know what I mean? Or oh, it's beating really slow. Or you just start panicking and you get anxiety. You start running up and down and you start going all crazy, and your mood changes a lot. Your mood changes. You kill it for everybody. You kill it for your family. You know what I mean? You kill it for your girlfriend. You kill it for your wife. So, you might be asking, well, what was I doing while I was having all these anxiety attacks? Well, I would rely on something called alcohol. Alcohol was a really big calmer at that time. And I remember that, as soon as I would get off of work, I just want to have a beer, have a drink. And I wouldn't really drink to have a good time, honestly. I would just drink to relax, to calm down my nerves and calm down my anxiety. It would help me. I would get this little buzz. I'd come it bring my state of mind and everything, my body, my physical body, everything would just go woo, down, So I'd be so relaxed. I could throw myself in the bed, the couch, watch a little bit of TV, and then, go to sleep. And then the next morning, do whatever I needed to do. So anyways, I struggled with all this like for the longest time. You wouldn't believe. But it kept getting worse and worse. So there was a point in my life where I quit drinking and I would rely so much on drinking. So it was getting tougher, guys. Really, really tougher for me. Because now I didn't have that one source. That one thing that I would rely on, which was alcohol, that would really calm my ass down. So, I decided to, I decided to fight it off like anybody else. So, I live with my wife, She's a really amazing woman. She has helped me through a lot of the things and has helped me together, with a lot of the things. So we go through it. She's seen how terrible I've gotten with anxiety and things like that. And sometimes I've even given up at some point and I've told her, what? I think you don't deserve to be with a guy like me. I have my own demons I'm still battling, and it's just really hard for me. So, she said, I'm going to help you fight it. And we're going to fight this together. And so we did, and all of a sudden something happened in my whole entire life that, we decided to do. We decided to try this diet. And this negrito, that I was seeing on YouTube, and then she brought up the name too. His name was, ¿cómo se llamaba? Dr. Sebi. Okay. This negrito was a guy who would preach about or talk about, health comes from detoxing your body. Cures comes from detoxing your body completely. That means you cut off all the junk, all the sugars, all the artificial stuff and everything, and you go into this diet. And he has a nutritional guide on his website. Let's see if I could put the website in case you guys want to, wander around and see what I'm talking about here. So I heard so many things from this negrito and his story of how he got cured from so many things. So we decided, we're like, what do I have to lose? I've done almost everything. Everything's going down the drain. So, by the way, guys, this is sponsored by Starbucks. No, I'm just joking. I love Starbucks. I don't know why. I love their coffee. Excuse me. But we decided to give it a go. So there we are. We did 30 days of detoxing our body. Okay. Completely 30 days of eating nothing but was on his nutritional guide. Okay. That means it's kind of like a vegan diet, but not completely vegan. Okay. He just had certain fruits you can eat, certain grains you can eat, certain vegetables, hasta jalapenos, you name it, the whole thing. It was just kind of weird. Pero this guy had just his nutritional guide, and the foods that you were able to eat was just like strictly the only food you can touch. Everything else was unsacred. So when I told my wife, I was like, oh, we're going to really do this. And I was like, well, why not, right? Let's do it. So we did it. We started. We went through the whole 30-day process. I'm going to tell you, Before I started, I was really bad with anxiety, really, really bad. Okay, the first week was like, shit, my anxiety grew even bigger because, now I don't have sugars. Now I don't have my galletitas. Now I don't have all my sweets. Now I don't have my papitas. Now I don't have nothing, not even a hamburger. So I'm screwed. A whole week of just eating nothing but freaking vegetables and vegetables and plant-based food. That was it. It was crazy. It was insane. And only the foods from his nutritional guy, like I was telling you. So it was really, 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 really hard. Then the second week, we started getting used to it, but I noticed something. The second week, my nerves and anxiety and worriness and everything started to decline. It started to go down. So I would rest more, I would sleep more, I wasn't thinking too much, I was just really calm. Like my nervous system went from, having a lot of anxiety to like, damn, So being that we cut everything, guys, chicken, meats, all processed foods, milks, all dairies, everything, none of that stuff. I mean, I started to notice on the second week, like a big difference, a very huge difference. And my mood was calmer. I had more energy, and I think I was getting natural energy. So anyways, I'm going to make the story real short. Went through the 30 days. I knocked out anxiety, and everything started leaving my body. Like, I started having things that were curing in my body, and it was hard. It's just hard to really understand the why, But then I came to a conclusion that, wow, certain foods are really bad for us. So there must be a chemical disbalance with all this junk and crap that you're sticking in your body, Like I said, it just didn't happen anymore. Like my body could not, I was not like, I'm running out of air. My anxiety's coming back. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like everything just kind of cleared. I'm not a doctor to tell you what really happened. But after that freaking diet, okay, and there was a few things that we were taking also with his nutritional diet that he had recommended me. I guess I'll drop the description, or I'll say the name if you can find it. CMOS and Bladder Rack. Those two, and I still keep taking that till the day. I'm not sure if that had really calmed me down, but I believe strongly it was that diet from his nutritional guide. Now, we're not in the diet anymore, but we decided not to go vegetarian. I mean, not to eat just everything and meats and chicken like that, because when we got off the 30 days of the diet, we started doing that, and my anxiety started to come back. I started eating chickens for Popeye's chicken, everything, all that good stuff, and I noticed my anxiety was coming back, so I told my wife, we better go back. Maybe let's try vegetarian, where it's not so strict like his nutritional guide. We're able to eat certain things. So let's do the vegetarian, and sometimes let's do a few days of vegan. Let's just work around there. So we do not drink milk. We do not drink cheese. Well, even though we do the vegetarian stuff, I do not touch dairies. I think dairies are very, 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 very bad for some people. If you cut the dairies off your whole your whole food habits or whatever you eat, if you remove milks, cheeses, and all that kind of stuff, it might work for you as well. Because I remember even when I would get my anxiety, I'd get all these damn blisters and all this crap on my, I'd get all these weird red, like you'd touch me and I'd get like, I don't know, all blistered up, all red, all puffy and all weird. So, El Negrito probably saved my life, and I got to thank him for it. I always tell my wife, Dr. Sebi knows a lot, probably, or knew about it. And he's right. You detox your body completely. And till this day, guys, I've been able to control anxiety. I don't get those panic attacks anymore. I don't take medication. I haven't taken medication for the longest time, guys, for like maybe 4 years. It's been 4 years, 5 years without a single pill for headaches or anything like that. So that's kind of like my story. So if that worked for me, it might work for you. Think about it. It might be the foods that you guys eat. Detox your body for at least 1 week. We did it for 30 days, maybe 1 week. You know what I mean? Find out. do it for 2 weeks. Challenge yourself. And I'm thinking that you will find what's triggering your anxiety. But food has a lot to do with anxiety and panic attacks. I know what I'm telling you. So does drug medications and all that kind of stuff. I had tried in the past Xanax and Prozac. I was getting really hooked on those things, so I decided to flush them down the toilet. That's why I went from there to drinking, trying to, battle this ugly anxiety. And for people who do not know and can't understand the anxiety and panic attacks of one person, I tell you guys, please be patient with all those people, because I was one of them. And honestly, if you guys can't understand people that suffer anxiety or panic attacks, that can lead to depression, and that can lead to somebody committing suicide. And really, it can, because I had those suicidal thoughts in the past, where I thought I was thinking that nadie me comprende, nobody understands me, mejor me quito la vida, mejor me mato, I'll kill myself instead, and that's it. So, please pay attention to those people and try to help them. In a way, I'm here to try to tell you guys what worked for me, and it could work for you. Don't ever end the fight. Always find a way, I had cut off alcohol, drugs, everything out of my whole entire life. So my anxiety was getting even worse without nothing. I wasn't addicted to hardly anything. So I said, this is my only chance and opportunity. If it works, it's going to work. But, I'd rather take the risk for it, and let's do it. So, I did it, and it worked, guys. So, my tip out there, guys, detox your body, find out if certain foods are really affecting your body and could affect your nervous system as well. I'm not a doctor, but I can tell you that it's worked for me. I don't know how. Maybe those people that know about, who are doctors or are maybe, natural remedies experts or whatever it is, can figure this out, because it did work. Anyways, guys, thought I'd share that with you. And if you want more information, let me know. And you guys can beat anxiety and panic attacks, all right? There's no such thing as they're going to be there forever, okay? Start with the food that you're eating. Eliminate a lot of the bad foods and junk. Do it for at least 2 weeks to a month. Try the 30 days like we did. Go to Dr. Sebi's nutritional guide and try to stick to it as well. See if that helps out. I'll drop the link to it. Anyways, let me end by saying thank you for tuning into the channel. And I hope to meet a lot of people, and I hope to also bring a lot of comments or suggestions. So this is why I made this channel. I want to connect with a lot of people. I want to connect to their ideas and things like that. So I'll be bringing up different topics. If there's a topic you would like me to bring about, let me know. Drop your comments, and please like, share, subscribe, the whole thing, And that's it for me today. Adios. Have a good one. Frank the Tank. I'm out. See ya.